you were having a ton of fun out there tonight. You had the wink into the camera, the flex on the last foul that you drew on Cat. What is it like to play in a game like this where there's obviously a lot of attention on it because these two teams have met in the playoffs? And how did you feel about the way you played?
Me personally, I'm always having fun out there when I'm on the court, no matter what it is. My pops always told me, to have fun. So, had a solid little game, couple winks, couple flexing, a lot of dimes. Played solid. Couldn't throw a rock in the ocean, but good win.
Michael?
Ja, a lot of teams, starting to guard you with these taller, bigger dudes. It looks like you embrace those matchups. Just what's your opinion on that?
Yeah. They go into their last option. I mean, I don't mind. Hey, it's your best defender. I'm before the game. I'm expecting that. To the best defender to guard me. So same thing, no different than small guard, bigger guard, center. It's me to go make a play, best play possible. So.
And then I think playing this team, it looked like this is the perfect example of like the evolution of your game. Like in the playoffs, you didn't make a mid-range shot against this team. I don't think you took one. But
I was getting blitzed and ball
Yeah.
screen, so let's just look at that footage on where I was at when I was on the floor. It was sending two at me, so I was getting the ball out, let my teammates eat. I won the series, so I don't care about making a mid-range, a floater. I don't care if I made a layup. I got to the next round, doing what I do is making plays. If you take me away, I'm very confident in my teammates to, go win a basketball game. So.
Terry?
Hey, Ja, walk us through this play. I think it was like 6 seconds on the clock. You were way out at near half court. You drove to the basket. BC broke to the basket. How did he know that you were going to throw him the ball and not finish at the rim? It was like the shot clock was running down. It's almost like y'all had that play synchronized. It was like 2 seconds on the shot clock, and you threw him a lob as you were cutting to the basket.
Going left. I mean, I feel like, it's just, our connection, our chemistry, and, basketball IQ. For a center, if you're in that dunker spot, your guard drive by his defender, your man step up, to go towards the rim. And, that's pretty much what I did. I put the defender in a tough situation. If he backed up, I would have had a dunk. And if he stepped up, BC got a dunk. So it's pretty much just our chemistry and just reading the defense. And I feel like, during that stretch, before that play, we connected 2 times before that. So it's just me and him, pretty much getting back on that same page, we were in our first 2 years and, just constantly, reading the defense, pretty much just telling him, what I see and it's vice versa. If you feel like, he want to get out on a ball screen instead of getting a hit, we communicate that and, I know where, to look for him at, on the floor. And that's pretty much it.
Avery?
Ja, how much better are you guys when Dylan comes in and is scoring as well as he did tonight, but at the same time he goes back on the other end and he makes it, harder on that team's best scorer?
It's big time. It's what he does, always guarding, the best guard on the floor, best player on the floor. And then he's very aggressive, on the offensive end for us. He got a rhythm going, early in this game, which, helped us and, had him playing, with a lot of confidence out there. Not saying he's lacking it any other time, but, once you see a couple go, the basket, just continue to get bigger. And, that first half, he was outstanding for us. And, second half, even had some open looks that pretty much, didn't fall. My message to him is stay aggressive at all times. And on the other end of the floor, I don't have to pretty much tell him nothing. He embraced that, have a lot of passion and, stopping the team's best player and, making their night tough, making them take tough shots. And, in that second half, he played tremendous, So.
We have time for two more. We'll go Parker, then Evan.
Josh, so Coach likes to emphasize layups and threes, but when a team like Minnesota is playing drop coverage, do you see that mid-range and that floater zone to be a little bit more advantageous just because of the space that's created from that screen within drop coverage?
I feel like a lot of teams have been playing that versus us, so I feel like nothing really changed, this year for us. We was just, taking the shots, we felt like was best for the team. Obviously, we still shot 33 threes. They just wasn't falling tonight. If the threes was falling tonight, it would have been a totally different game. And I feel like, that's where, we've been good at this season on knocking down the three. It just tonight wasn't our night from there. And when you have guys who can, score more than one way, it helps you in the long run. So we was just getting the best looks possible on the offensive end for us.
Last question, Evan.
Ja Kyle was back in town, so two things. One, what was his impact just kind of on you guys over the last few years? And then two, how much fun was it facing him tonight?
Big time for us, big time playmaker, great size. He's pretty much a point forward. So, with us, we was putting him in, different situations with him handling the ball, him being a screener, him being, a spacer on the floor, him guarding, other teams' best player, when he come on the floor, him being able to rebound, push, outlets, being able to, attack smaller defenders and, score and also create for others. It's pretty much, the position we put him in, when he was here. And, for him to come and be in another jersey was kind of weird. It's just never, a good feeling, when, a brother, leaves. But we're always happy, for our guys and, wishing the best for them always. And, for him to be back in Memphis, I knew, it was, a good feeling for him and also for us. And after the game, when we was in our little huddle, he actually came in the huddle and, told us, he proud of us and, he loved us and, just continue to keep working. So I feel like nothing changed but, the jersey. So, yeah.
Thanks, John.